Hi, I'm Larry Curran.
And I'm Allie Bloom, and we are digital stylists on our Limitless team here at Saks.
And today we're going to show you some of our favorite looks that our VIP clients on the Limitless side of our business have really been enjoying. And then I think we're also going to talk a little bit about, well, we're going to answer some of the questions that we've been getting from our clients. They might reach out to us and say, okay, I love this, but I really don't know what to do with it. So hopefully we're going to give you some new ways to think about some of the items that maybe you've been considering trying, and hopefully kind of inspire you a little bit to try something new after we show you maybe some tricks and some tips and some ideas about what to do with these items.
So without further ado, we'll start with some of our favorite pieces. So we were so excited for Bottega to start bringing in their signature intracciato.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, from bags and shoes that we've seen for years and years into ready to wear. So here we're seeing it as a mini skirt and also here as a little dress. It comes in all of these different forms.
Got the yellow here and the longer length skirt, which I think we're going to talk about a little bit more. But as you can see, they're kind of doing all different iterations of this kind of classic, DNA quintessential Bottega, and seeing it in these new ways.
And what we love for our clients is, obviously we love a logo here and there, but with Bottega, this intracciato is really their version of a logo. This is a heritage piece of DNA for the brand, and this is kind of our slightly more sophisticated way, I think, of wearing a logo without a logo. So these are collector's items, investment pieces that you are going to have in your closet forever. And it's the kind of thing where when you're walking down the street without wearing, the Jody bag or whatever it may be, you're wearing this intracciato piece on your body and you know that it's Bottega.
And also top quality.
Oh, beyond. This is all hand woven. It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. And also talk about
Yes, so we can see here these little buttons. This is another way that Bottega has brought, kind of that DNA from their accessories and their handbags into their ready to wear. So this knot is something that they're very famous for. The knot clutch, which actually is making a wonderful comeback, and we'll see a little bit of that later, has been brought here in this button detail, which we love.
Shall we talk a little bit about this coat from the Row?
Yes.
All right. Well, what we like most about this, I think, is how unique it is, but also how versatile it is. So as you can see, she's got this scarf detail that, you can wrap yourself up in, but also, you can remove it, and you have a really chic, oversized trench that becomes really kind of clean and effortless. And I think we're probably gonna see a lot of trench coats.
They're never going out of style.
No, and I think a lot of pea coats also coming out. So, and then if you want to get a little bit of a better look at this gorgeous Bottega dress, there you are. If you felt like this was very day, with essentially swapping in another great knit from McQueen, and then adding on this really chic, versatile, military style coat, you kind of get a new flavor very simply, and again, I think then dresses it up for the evening.
And you can throw on a little booty, a heel, and all of a sudden it's a nighttime look. So again, all of the pieces that we're kind of gonna take you through here are pieces that we feel like are just so important to have in your closet. They're gonna be versatile, they're gonna take you from day to night, and really be kind of your go-to pieces in your wardrobe.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you.
Amazing.
So, do we want to take another minute to talk about this skirt and this cardigan? Because I think what we've been seeing a lot of that look new to us, which doesn't happen every single day. So, when you see something that you felt looked really fresh, but then also was easy to understand.
This was that for us.
That was, exactly. So I think we saw all of these really special, kind of artisanal, hand knit looking, really almost like homespun, if, you know, homespun to you meant making some of the most beautiful, high quality clothing that you can buy. But then, you know, paired with skirts. And I think that was like the point of difference for us, is seeing these kind of, you know, as I said, homespun cardigans and almost little sweater jackets paired with skirts. And I think we saw that over and over, and it really felt fresh to us.
I want to put this on with what I'm wearing right now.
Well, exactly. And we're actually going to show you this again later with a completely different look, and show you again why these pieces are important for us, and I think important for you.
An easy mix, match, wear with everything in your wardrobe.
Yeah. And also this shape is cropped, which I love, because you can then wear it as like a
And
little
it's
jacket.
fitted.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, like we've been seeing so much oversized, and obviously I love an oversized moment, but but there is something to be said for showing off your figure, and maybe where we're doing more of an oversized pant, bringing it back to more of a tailored, fitted top to go with it.
Absolutely. And then easier to wear. So this, I think what we want to talk about is this idea continuing that brands, I think, have been very thoughtful and deliberate with, and that is creating signature shapes and repeating shapes in different fabrics, kind of season after season. So this shape from Bottega in the jean is this new trouser shape that they've been showing the last few seasons, but then also doing it in in this black pant that is a little bit dressier, if you will. You're gonna see this next season in like worsted wools and things like this.
I wanted it in leather.
They did it in leather in that red, that like gorgeous red that they did with the jacket. Stunning, we have that. And then also, wanted to talk about this really special jacket from Dries Van Noten, which I think is your favorite piece.
Absolutely my favorite piece you're gonna see today.
Yeah, and again, this is something that is wearable. It's unique, it's comfortable. You could wear this over a dress if you wanted to wear it over a dress. You could wear it casually for day with this like sneaker from Loewe that we, you know, this is in the category of like perfect items.
Yeah.
That will always be cool. That will
And
always be
buy it
easy.
in every color, and
Yeah, and you're good to go. I think more is more with that sneaker.
oh, absolutely.
And then I think we want to touch on this really special bag from Alaya, because
Hearts are having a moment.
Yeah, hearts are having a moment. And in this one in particular, we did it in silver because I think right now that we're really feeling for silver.
Yeah.
And I also think that it's one of those things, like this is an item that people have said to me, yeah, but it's a heart. I don't know if I want to carry a heart bag around. But then when you have it on, it becomes this very personal thing. I think it's very joyful. I think it's very versatile. They do this in many different colors. And then what we're also seeing is this idea of a heart come across in other categories. So Acris has a really cool dress that has kind of pop colored hearts all over it. Saint Laurent did hearts on beautiful like velvet mini dresses.
And they did some jackets with the heart buttons, and
Yeah.
I mean, you're seeing it everywhere, and I don't know, I guess when I first saw it, I was kind of like, whoa, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
But we found a way to do it in a really chic and tasteful way where it's not kind of a kitschy thing anymore.
Yeah, and also not just for, this doesn't have to be just for evening or a special occasion. I think it works that way, but it also works
With a jean outfit.
yeah, something that's a little bit more casual and lighthearted. Oh, and I love
Oh,
the new one.
lighthearted, so cute.
I really like the one from Brandon Maxwell. That's also this heart-shaped bag with like palm trees on it. So taking that idea of playfulness and taking it even further. And I think I heard him say this as well. You don't have to just wear it in like a tropical climate. You can use that to bring a little life to your
Absolutely.
wherever you're at. So. Sequin jacket from Rick Owens, super strong shoulder, kind of crop shape, really, really unique.
But also really close to the body, so while you're getting that really strong shoulder, you're totally getting a fitted look throughout the torso and the arm.
Really flattering.
It's super flattering, and what we love about this jacket and that look that we just saw is that by switching out that Dries jacket, which pains me because I love it so much, and putting this on, we're bringing it from day to night. So again, we're talking about these important investment pieces like those Bottega denim jeans that are gonna be part of this brand DNA and finding multiple ways to wear them.
Definitely. And this idea again of kind of switching one item from your look and
Changing the look completely.
absolutely, which I think is something that everyone talks about a lot, but it's helpful to have someone say, this is the one item that you switch out
Absolutely.
to change this look. It's like something that once you practice a bit, it becomes very natural, and in the morning when you're deciding what to wear, you understand, okay, I'm coming home, I'm swapping this, I'm putting this, I can keep the same bag, and I'm out the door.
So this next look, we're kind of gonna talk about a couple of different things. First, I wanna start with this sweater, which seems like a plain black sweater, but we wanna talk about elevating your essentials. So what were we saying? Statement staples.
Statement staples.
So this sweater here is by the Row, and this is one of those pieces that we've gotten a lot of questions about from clients, I would say, because online you see these like really intense long sleeves, but for us, that's kind of what makes it, yeah, I mean,
So special
like,
and unique.
they're very long, but that is what makes this a statement staple. So when you roll them up, you're turning this plain black sweater into this more unique, interesting piece with the very long rolled up sleeve. And then also, along with that kind of elevated staple, is this Elias skirt, which you kind of look at it and you're like, oh cool, another zebra skirt. But again, if we go in a little bit closer, this is actually pony hair, which makes it incredibly special and really kind of elevates it to that next level.
And then you also have the two-tone in the back.
Yeah, if we can do
So
a little spin.
even more kind of interesting and a little bit unique.
And we
Nice
love
piece.
it, obviously just keeping it black and white, but that being said, the skirt's a neutral, so you could throw on a red sweater with it, you could really go in any other direction. And you know, again, making it versatile and why these pieces are so important to have in your closet. We also love adding this Elia blazer on top for evening, again, bringing it from that day to night. And can we just button that, Olga?
Wow. See this shape.
So I think the shape of this blazer is what we're so excited about. You know, everyone should have that plain black blazer in their wardrobe, but this is that with this incredible elevated, more hourglass shape. So again, bringing the look from day with just the little sweater, tonight with this blazer.
And also I love this curved sleeve, if you can see. It's very like couture detail with the sleeve here. So again, something that is very simple to just throw on, but then the more and more you look at this jacket, you realize, oh, okay, that person's wearing something special.
Piece,
you know.
yeah.
And then if we want to touch on this bag,
this bag is like very important to me. So this bag, as we were talking about earlier, is the Bottega Intrecciato. It's done here in this metallic. It is still leather, but it's metallic over the leather. And as we were talking about earlier with those buttons on the sweater, we have that knot detail here. And if you are a Bottega lover, you know that this is a shape that they are known for. They did it for years and years. It was like their OG clutch, and with the top knot.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing it back in this, you know, fun new way. Again, why pieces like this, for me, when I'm like going through my closet, nothing like this is ever going to the real. I'm keeping these pieces forever. It's always going to come back. It's going to be part of the brand DNA and something to always hold on to. I think it's like our new favorite shoe as of today.
Yeah, absolutely. This is when we were going through and deciding what to pick. We kind of put this in, like, say, like at the last minute because
totally.
we were walking while we were looking online and looking at everything. We need a bag shoe. This was something that was maybe a little bit under the radar, and now it's the shoe that we're going to be talking about.
And we tried to put it with like every single outfit. I think we had to like scale ourselves back a little bit.
Yeah, because we're like, why don't we put it with that black mesh?
Exactly.
Why don't we put it with black mesh? Yeah. But actually, can we see some of the detail here? It's really stretchy. It's really comfortable. I think it's really easy to wear. You can see this with like a long skirt. I can see this with an evening gown. I like it with the mini skirt, jeans.
We're gonna show it with an evening gown in a little so you can get the full picture. But
Yeah.
another really great thing about this shoe, I think it's kind of hard to pick up on it on the camera, but the toe of it is actually patent underneath. And with the fishnet over, it's giving kind of a sparkly vibe. So it's making it almost like look like you're wearing a metallic or glitter, but it's really just this fabulous patent underneath the shoe. So
Very unique, very
Yeah.
special. This is something that just that little twist changes like the whole mindset and makes it something very special.
exactly.
Okay.
So we love those.
Thanks.
So I think in terms of looks that we put together, this one is probably my favorite. I love that Dre's jacket, but this like full look for me is it. What we're so excited about here is the skirt. The skirt is for sure our hero piece. I think, you know, for several seasons now, we've been talking so much about trousers, and I know I, for one, wear a trouser almost every day.
Pleated trousers.
Exactly.
Too. You know, I
pleated.
think everyone can understand this pleated trouser now. Maybe 5-6 years ago, it was pretty shocking to see a pleated trouser.
Exactly.
But now, it's almost, it's easier to understand now than anything else, and it's definitely a staple. But what I think is new
is the skirt version.
Yeah.
So while I think, you know, you see this online, you're like, whoa, okay, we're getting a little crazy with the pleats.
and the length and all of that.
Exactly,
But if
like
you-
maybe it's too much, but
if
it's
you
all
think
about how you
about it,
style it.
Yeah. Think of this
And-
as a trouser.
Yeah, exactly.
You wear
can
this like
style
you
it
would wear
the
with a
exact same
trouser.
way.
Yeah.
And so another thing that we love about this is the color, and something we're seeing a lot of and loving is black and navy together. So this skirt is a beautiful navy, but it pairs so nicely back to this black turtleneck. Both of these pieces are by the Row, and this amazing Khaite leather jacket, which we think, you know, if you feel like you are taking a risk with this pleated skirt, you're coming back to something safe with your leather jacket.
Something that is tried and true. You know what to
Exactly.
do with it. It's really easy to throw on a la Allie.
And I think also with this, we're obviously pairing it with a sneaker here. You can throw on a boot or a heel. I love it with that heel we were just talking about.
Absolutely.
And you're going out to dinner.
And also packable. Because you might not put
So
this in
true.
your suitcase. Because
Yeah.
it is, I think, a new idea, and it's not something that everyone is showing. And so you might not say, oh, I love this special skirt, but am I taking it with me wherever I'm going? And I think the way that we're showing it here kind of solves that. I think
Totally.
you can really now imagine this worn with a white tank top, worn as we're showing it. We could do it with this white blouse from the Row that kind of continues with these elongated details that we've been talking about in their knitwear, the length of this skirt. You know, again, I don't think that this is any more difficult or tricky or mystifying to wear than anything else. When you really break it down, this is a beautiful navy item, and this is a beautiful white shirt.
I was just gonna say, that's another thing about this shirt that I love is, again, like the black blazer. We all have a black blazer. We all have a white button-down shirt, but this is the elevated version of a white shirt. The collar detail is so gorgeous.
Also
Another,
this high neck that
Yeah.
you can wear buttoned up, or you can button it, you know, unbutton it, and you feel like you've got your like old classic on.
and another thing that I'm like loving that I'm seeing a lot of, and I think how I would do this white shirt with this is with the turtleneck underneath. I love the turtleneck underneath a poplin collared shirt.
Yeah.
I think it's like such a clean, modern look and just makes things a little more interesting.
Certainly.
Yeah.
And also, there are other ways to make your outfits kind of pop. This is again from the Row, something that we're seeing a lot of is tailoring that is not necessarily maybe what you would call a suit, if you will. And I think another added idea that designers have been thinking about and things that we've been talking about and showing is how to wear the suit in the evening, but also in a way that almost feels like you're wearing a gown. So something that is so special as separates that reads to someone like maybe that person is going, you know, to a gala, or maybe
right.
someone is going to, you know, have their photo taken, or it's a special event, and it's not just about the dress these days.
Suiting for black tie is like honestly one of my favorite things.
Chicest thing,
Yeah.
absolutely. So to that point, here we have the velvet trouser from the Row that pairs back to this jacket, and then a really extra special knit. And
I think this is Larry's favorite piece we have
this
here.
is my favorite. So yours was that bubble
Yeah.
drees.
This is like my runner-up though.
But this, to me, again, if I see something new that I feel like I haven't seen in a while, that's what kind of gets me going. And then also, if I look at it and think, oh, I know exactly how our clients are gonna wanna wear this, again, that makes me excited because this is something that is truly unique. I think it relies on this, literally a twist, but this twist on a classic that is done.
Classic with a twist, our favorite
Classic
word.
with a twist. Yep. And I think that everyone wants to feel a little bit different, but they still want to feel like themselves. And this does this perfectly. And it's in, you know, the best cashmere. It's as elevated as it gets, but it's a gray sweater. And I think we'll show it with the jacket because what the Row is, you know, masters of is this, you know, effortless but interesting, chic woman that kind of knows exactly what she wants to look like, but also kind of just looks like she's been wearing this her whole life and she just put it on and waltzed out the door and it took her everywhere she needed to go. And then I think maybe what is the new idea is not being afraid to wear like a white shoe 12 months out of the year, essentially.
I would say these are like my number one pair of shoes. Just a white slingback. Can we see? These are a nice slingback as well. These are Khaite.
Super comfortable, very wearable. The heel is not too high. but it polishes this look. It gives it that added twist. And again, I think one of the things I think you can listen to us all day long talk about these things and tell you what to wear, but I think like the white shoe is one of those things that most people are probably saying, I would never wear a white shoe like that. But if they did it themselves, if you tried it, you would think, okay, I can do this. As long as it's not raining or I have my driver all day, I'm good to go. I'm gonna wear this white shoe.
All day, I love it.
Well, welcome to Limitless. That's kind of what we're dealing with here. So I think, again, one of the tougher ideas in essence, but in practice.
And it goes with everything.
It goes literally with everything.
Literally with everything.
And it's new, and take advantage of these brands doing these special shoes in, new ways. And we already said it, but I just love this look. I think this is like the epitome of what dressing up today means. I think this checks like every single box. And then also, Allie, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we love this sweater. This sweater is like a hero piece for us, but I know, some people do feel like you need to go a little bit more traditional when you're doing suiting for evening, and that's totally fine. And I think that there is certainly still a time and place to do traditional, beautiful suiting. And if we were to swap out this sweater with this gorgeous Khaite blouse, it gives you a gorgeous pop of color. It's making things a little bit more elevated and sophisticated and just like a little bit more polished, if you know what I mean. So this could be
tuck this in too.
Totally.
You could leave it out. You could unbutton the collar. You could have it done up. I think this is one of those things that is quite versatile.
Yeah, and also you can pair this with a pair of jeans and a loafer or with these lovely white shoes.
There you go.
And here we have another outfit.
There you go.
So again, just a gorgeous blouse from Khaite that we could swap out here.
Very simply. And again, continuing our theme of like the one item swap that takes you somewhere very different, which I think people want to understand how to do that very simply. I think that's probably the question we get most often. How do I
make this versatile and just do that one switch?
Right, I don't want to just buy this and wear it once. I want to have this in my closet. So, thank you.
Another thing we just didn't touch on about the blazer, but it does have kind of a cropped sleeve. And when we were trying these outfits on the models before filming, we were looking at how the sweater was coming out from the sleeves and we were like, is that weird? But then we were like, no, wait, that's what makes this so cool.
Nonchalant.
Exactly.
But you're still wearing a velvet suit. And even though you're showing your knit, that's like that twist.
It's the cool thing.
Right,
about
and
it.
that's what shows, I think. We saw our, I think what we would say is our hero kind of evening suiting in this black velvet. But I think we're aware that people
still want to wear a dress.
Yeah, exactly. You still have to wear a dress. You still want to wear a dress when you're going out at night or whatever your occasion may be. But what we wanted to do is talk about what we're seeing that is new in evening wear, but also what we want to show is what we've been seeing for the last few seasons, because I think that this will make more sense when we see the girls, but what we've noticed is things that may have been a bit shocking a few years ago, we're now seeing over and over, and it's starting to make a little bit more sense. And I think that the colors that we're going to talk about in particular here are two colors that are now basically seasonless.
That we thought of as spring, summer colors for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. You would not wear this now, maybe a few years ago, but now to us, this seems like kind of no-brainers for today.
Exactly. It's 35 degrees here in New York, and this is something that I would put my client in for a black tie evening tonight.
Absolutely. I think green in particular, in just about any shade, is seasonless. And then again, yellow makes perfect sense to me during the winter because you want a little bit of life in your outfit, you want a little bit of color. And I think, you know, yellow accomplishes that perfectly. We have it paired with this mesh and patent leather heel, which I think probably grounds the look a little bit. It does make it a little bit more seasonally appropriate, that kind of, that, you know, groundedness in black, if you will, but then, you know, with this bright yellow, that makes this look like extra special.
I think also what I love about showing these two looks together is this idea of like a very traditional evening silhouette and what you think of as really like an evening gown, and that is still very much a thing. We love a traditional moment, but you also have kind of this dichotomy of a little bit edgier of an evening look. So evening doesn't just have to be a gown, it can be this gorgeous long silk yellow dress with a really cool heel, and you know, it doesn't just have to be that
Kind of
gown,
classic like
gown that you thought of
that,
evening as.
Yeah, exactly. And I also think something that we want to make really clear is that you shouldn't feel like I'm going to be purchasing this green gown and then never be able to wear it again. I think the point we're trying to drive home with this is that, you know, a green, a yellow, these are things that you can wear over and over again. It is something that should live in your closet forever. It's not, I don't think that we're hearing as much these days about like, this is the must-wear color, and you show up to the gala and everyone is in that color. I think these yellow and this green are just part of what people are going to be wearing, period. And I think, you know, you shouldn't be afraid to buy something like this and feel like you can only be seen in it once. I just don't think that's where the world is at. And again, I think these are good examples of that kind of ideal, if you will. So, and then also, we've got this Tom Ford nude heel paired with the green dress, but then, you know, the next time you wear this dress, you can wear it with white, or you switch up your accessories depending on what the weather is outside. And I think that's something to not discount while you're considering trying a dress, or, you know, dresses like these. You're thinking also about what am I wearing this with, but also what am I gonna wear this with the next time I wear it? So, you know, I think that's something important to keep in mind when making kind of a big purchase, you know? So, thank you. And we're gonna talk to you about this Khaite dress, which we kind of consider your ultimate black dress for your gala or whatever you need your gown for. I think this is very wearable, it's very special, I think it's very unique, but there is this ease and simplicity to it. And so I think when you're talking about a black dress, this is just like our absolute favorite option. And then we paired it again, kind of keeping this theme of like kind of the perfect, this is like the perfect black heel for evening from Givenchy. We love the pointed toe. I like the stack. It's more comfortable than maybe your traditional
black pump.
Exactly.
Still giving you that little platform, but without being, you know, those giant platforms that we've been seeing for the past couple of seasons.
Absolutely.
And I think another thing I love about this dress is here we have it, it's black tie, it's gorgeous, but if we want to throw on, you know, just a little leather jacket over the shoulder even, all of a sudden it's a cocktail look. It's brought it down a little bit, but it's still just, I mean, this incredibly special piece.
Can I say that from uptown to downtown?
Oh.
Is that too cliche?
No, I love it. Again, versatility with these really special investment pieces.
Okay, so we want to keep talking about evening because I think it's something really important, in particular for our Limitless clients. And I think the message that we want to talk about today is, if you guys can come
Color.
in, please. Color, and specifically, I think this idea of not being afraid to wear like shades of brown. I think, as we've talked about, black is kind of something that people feel very comfortable in, as they should. But what we're seeing kind of over and over and over that is making a lot of sense to us is these different shades of brown. I mean, this veers towards green, but
still that kind of like color that you wouldn't think to wear for the evening. You think of these browns that we're seeing so much of and darker greens as daytime colors,
Yeah.
things you're wearing as sweaters or pants, but here we see it done beautifully for evening. So just, you know, the message that we shouldn't be afraid to bring those colors with us through the evening
no
and
matter
throughout
what
our
you're doing.
wardrobe.
And I think, like, I personally wish I could leave the house like in a blanket every day. So I think like this is like, in a way, the dream dress for a lot of people. It literally looks like you've just covered yourself in a blanket and you are out the door. And then I think what is something that we've felt is an important message is mixing these kind of soft shapes with very structured items. So this is from Khaite, one of my most favorite
love
bags
it. And
ever.
evening bags for me are always such a difficult thing. I feel like I never really find one that I love, and this is just so chic and classic.
But it's something you're not seeing every day
No.
either, you know, and I think that that's important.
And again, I would even wear that with a denim pant, and
Absolutely.
yeah,
I think
it's a day to night piece, so
absolutely.
total hero.
All right, thank you. Great. I think this falls in the category of something that I don't think I've really seen. It felt like very fresh, and I love this idea of layering kind of the same sweater over that sweater. And then with these, if you can step up just a bit, these little embellishments on the Burberry sweater, I think that just brings it totally over the top and makes it something extra special, which I think, again, our clients are looking for. And anytime something feels particularly fresh but unique and wearable, like that's what I think excites us most. I really love this idea of wearing one sweater over another sweater that essentially are the same item, just a cardigan over the crew neck. I mean, that is totally unique.
It's
I
so
think.
cool.
But
also, you're getting the practicality of having two different ways to wear each of the sweaters. So, you know, you could go just wearing the one crew neck, or you could do the cardigan with a little white tank underneath. So again, the idea of versatility, why should we be spending on these pieces? Because you're gonna wear them a million different ways, and because they're special and kind of giving you that super unique look. And on that note, this skirt is one of those pieces for me. Again, the idea of just a classic denim skirt, but we have this Loewe new silhouette that we're seeing again for spring with some of their dresses. It's this kind of like bubble form. So again, just a classic denim skirt, but that's one of those kind of brand DNAs that we're gonna see a lot of in terms of the bodice. So coming more with dresses and pants and tops, and you're gonna be seeing a lot of this. Again, one of those Loewe things without screaming Loewe.
And I think wearing it with your sneaker is a way to try something new that maybe you don't have in your closet. That makes a lot of sense. You wear it with your sneaker that you're very comfortable in, and you're going
Exactly.
out the door.
Our favorite sneakers.
There you go. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for sticking with us through all of these various looks. And on that note, we're gonna end with something easy, comfortable, that I think is versatile for everyone.
But still quite unique.
Yeah,
Something
unique
special.
and elevated and special. So these are two looks by the Row. Can you tell that that we
We
like
love
the
the
row. And so here we have this hooded long cashmere dress. It has pockets, my personal fave. And we just paired it with this little Prada slide. Both of these looks are something that I think of as, you know, when you're getting ready to put on your outfit to go out for the night, or if you have guests at home, and you want to look put together while getting, you know, breakfast in order or whatever it may be. These are chic, easy pieces to throw on.
And I also think though, if you had to, you could leave the house in them as
Oh,
well.
totally.
So I think.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
adds to-
with that little Bottega sweater that we started talking about
Yeah.
earlier,
Yeah.
just throw that on with this little top and pant and you're running to the grocery store, you're doing school pickup in the hooded dress. You know, something that I think we love as stylists is when our clients send us a text or a photo of them wearing something that we picked out together. And this hooded dress, we got a photo from one of our very special clients of her wearing it, and it's her indoor gardening look. So
There you go. So it works. You can be as creative as you want in something as easy to wear as this. So, and how do you feel? Good.
I feel very comfortable. I want to go to sleep.
Good. All right. Well, on that note.
the chic sleeping bag.
Yeah. There you go. We're gonna go to sleep too.
Yeah.
So, thanks for
Tuning in.
doing this with us. And
This was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
This is cool. I
We
hope
were-
you guys learned something. I hope you guys. We made you smile. You could laugh with us, at us.
At us,
we don't
please.
care.
Yeah.
Just take a look on Saks.com, and if you guys want to get in touch with us, absolutely
feel
do
free
so.
to reach out.
Yeah. Thanks again. Have a nice week.